Muhammad Ali, the legend, the champion, the man who took a stance against the Vietnam War. Today, Muhammad Ali is regarded as one of the most iconic boxers in history. He won a gold medal in the 1960 Summer Olympics in Rome and became the youngest person to achieve the heavyweight title at age 22. He also became the first fighter to win the world heavyweight boxing title 3 times. But while he was a very successful fighter, Muhammad Ali was also one of the most influential social leaders during the Vietnam War. Muhammad Ali believed that forced recruitment was wrong and decided to publicly take a stance against it because it was against his religion.
This all started in 1942, before Muhammad Ali changed his name.
Cassius Clay was born on January 17, 1942, in Louisville, Kentucky, to Odessa and Cassius Clay Sr. He had a sister and 4 brothers. His father painted billboards for a living while his mother was a domestic worker. He attended a black school, Central High. At an early age, Clay experienced segregation, and this had a lasting impact on his life. One time, Clay tried to get water from the store, but they refused to give it to him because of his color. During the 1950s, Emmett Till, a 14-year-old African American, was lynched for flirting with a white woman and was later brutally murdered. This death and the treatment Clay received at the store angered him. Clay decided to get rid of his anger by vandalizing a rail yard in his town.
Cassius Clay got into boxing at the age of 12 while reporting a bicycle thief to his future coach and police officer, Joe E. Martin. When Clay told the officer that he was going to beat up the thief once he found him, Martin insisted that he learn how to box first. Clay was not eager to accept the offer first, but later, after he watched matches and heard commentaries on the radio, Clay was very interested in boxing. He was especially interested in the fame, fortune, and glory of it.
Ali began to train with Martin as his coach and soon started his soon-to-be legendary boxing career. Ali's first amateur fight was in 1954. He won the fight by a split decision. Later on, in 1956, Ali would go on to win the 1956 Golden Gloves Tournament for beginners, and 3 years later, he would win the National Golden Gloves Tournament of Champions, while also adding the Amateur Athletic Union to his belt. In 1960, Ali earned a spot on the USA Olympic team, and after defeating 3 opponents, he took down Poland's champ. After his Olympic victory, Ali was viewed as an American hero. With the Louisville sponsoring group behind him, Ali turned professional and plowed through any opponent he faced, including Henry Cooper, a former heavyweight champion in 1963. Ali would become the heavyweight champion of the world after defeating Sonny Liston in 1964.
Have a mark on my face, and I upset Sonny Liston, and I just turned 22 years old. I must be the greatest. I told the world, I talk to God every day. If God's with me, can't nobody be against me. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I shook up the world.
To the public, it seemed that Ali had the perfect life, winning all of these boxing matches and being a heavyweight champion of the world. This was not the case, however. Ali was doing some spiritual searching through all of this. He eventually became a part of the black Muslim group, the Nation of Islam, in 1964. This is when he changed his name to the most recognized name in American boxing history, Muhammad Ali. Being drafted into the army would become a problem for Ali, however, as his religious beliefs would interfere.
Come on down, keep coming down. Roger, hold it right there. Right there now. They reach the right, hit the left, that's all. Now we got a big list behind us.
The Vietnam War was a long, costly armed conflict. This war turned the communist regime of North Vietnam, known as the Viet Cong, supported by the Soviet Union and Communist China, against South Vietnam and its ally, the United States. The war began in 1954. More than 3 million people, including 58,000 Americans, were killed in the Vietnam War. Most of the casualties were Vietnamese civilians. By 1969, at the peak of U.S. involvement in the war, more than 500,000 U.S. military personnel were involved in the Vietnam conflict.
On April 28, 1967, with the United States at war in Vietnam, Ali refused to be inducted into the armed forces. Draft evasion was against the law when the Vietnam War was taking place. It was either join the army or go to jail, no in between. As a result of refusing to serve in the military to fight in the Vietnam War, Muhammad Ali was fined $10,000 and was sentenced to 5 years in jail, along with a crushing ban from boxing for 3 years, although the 5 years in jail would be revoked because his case was appealed.
Muhammad Ali decided to publicly take a stance against the war because it was against his religion. The fact that it was a black man who not only refused to serve but did so easily attracted the media and many political groups. Ali instantly became a national outcast and probably the most hated man in the U.S.
I will not go 10,000 miles from here to help murder and kill another poor people simply to continue the domination of white slave masters over the darker people of the earth. Well now, well she makes herself look crazy talking about.
In the 3 years he didn't fight, Ali became a popular speaker at many universities and events around the United States, allowing his anti-war movement to grow in strength.
My conscience won't let me go shoot my brother or some darker people or some poor hungry people in the mud for big powerful America and shoot them for what? They never called me nigger. They never lynched me. They never put no dogs on me. They never robbed me of my nationality, raped and killed my mother and father. What?
Help nobody, get something my Negroes don't have. If I'm gonna die, I'll die now, right here fighting you. If I'm gonna die, you my enemy. My enemies are white people, not Viet Congs or Chinese or Japanese. You my opposer when I want freedom. You my opposer when I want justice. You my opposer when I want equality. You won't even stand up for me in America for my religious beliefs, and you want me to go somewhere and fight, but you won't even stand up for me here at home.
Muhammad Ali's stance against Vietnam was amongst the hardest decisions in his life. He stood up for something he truly believed in. In doing so, he was fined $10,000 and was sentenced to 5 years in jail, along with a ban from boxing for 3 years. Boxing was his life, and the fact that he was able to give all that away for something he really believed in shows how great he was in and out of the ring.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.